Hi there, what's going on? It's Lisa here with Raw Food for Kids. And tonight I'm making something really special. Actually, this would be perfect. We'll call this a gourmet Mother's Day dinner. And I'm going to be making a spaghetti with, actually I went to the farmer's market and I picked up some yellow zucchini. Yeah, isn't that cool? I've actually never seen yellow zucchini before, but I bought it last week and it's delicious. It really does just taste like zucchini, but it's yellow, which I think is kind of cool. And zucchini works really well when you make spaghetti out of it. It has a little less seeds than yellow squash. So I'm gonna make a zucchini pasta and with a pesto sauce. And actually, it's gonna be like a tomato pesto sauce. And then I'm just gonna throw in some vegetables. You really could use anything you want, but the secret here is in the sauce. So I'll make the sauce first. All right, I just want to get out your food processor, and I went ahead and soaked some about a half a cup of walnuts in some water. I probably soaked them for maybe like 4 hours. You kind of want to do a minimum of like 4 to 6 hours. This was just kind of almost, when I was at the farmer's market this afternoon, I decided I was going to make it, so by the time I got home, that's about how much time I had to do it. But you could use pine nuts, you could use cashews, just any kind of half a cup of nuts soaked. I've never tried it with almonds, but stick with like walnuts or pine nuts or cashews will be fine. So half a cup of soaked walnuts. I'm going to dump this in the blender, the food processor, to 1 bunch of basil. I got this nice fresh basil from the farmer's market. Look at that. Beautiful. You can put the stems in everything. Just kind of, there's a lot of basil there. Rip it up to fit in the food processor, but nothing wrong with the stems. Or if you didn't want the stems, you could just throw them in your juice, if you juice. But, there we go. Put that in there. It's a lot of basil, but that's what gives it all that beautiful flavor. And I reserved 2 little pretty pieces to garnish the pasta, because she wanted to look nice, it's Mother's Day. And this is a nice meal. We're putting a little time into making it. It's not just, some fruit and vegetables on a plate. Nothing wrong with that either, but doing something a little special. So I got my nuts and I've got my basil in there. And I've got 4 cloves of garlic. I'm actually just going to chop this a little bit just to make sure it gets in the food processor distributed easily. Alright, let's get that. So I got 4 cloves of garlic. And I'm going to put the juice of half a lemon in here. And this is probably going to make enough sauce for like maybe 4 servings. I'm going to see here. Or 2 large, or like, 4 kind of small, medium size. Okay. So the juice of half a lemon. And this right here is a delicious pesto sauce. And I just add a little salt and pepper to it. But what I like, because I'm not going to put any olive oil in here, I think the nuts give it enough fat, and it's not necessary to put the olive oil in there like you would traditionally do. So what I do to help this kind of puree up and it's not so thick and clunky, I like to add in one tomato, 1 fresh tomato in there. And it kind of makes like a tomato basil sauce, and it just makes it a little thinner and easier to kind of incorporate into the noodles. Plus, tomato and basil just goes so perfect together. It's really delicious. So I like to add the tomato to that, and you'll see it just makes it a little more creamier consistency, like pesto would. And as you can see, we didn't add any cheese. It's not necessary. The garlic with the nuts really act almost like a Parmesan cheese. I'm just going to put a little sprinkle of sea salt in there just to bring out the flavors. And my lid. And I'm just going to kind of pulse this. And we'll scrape it down. great. Looks beautiful. The nuts just make it nice and creamy, and you normally make pesto with nuts and garlic and basil, of course, and a lot of times it has lemon juice as well. We're just basically just leaving out the cheese and the oil, just keep it a little healthier. Alright, one more pasta. This is such a good sauce, and you know, if you're transitioning or if you're looking for something to make a little more special, or you got company coming over and you're not quite sure what to serve them, you cannot go wrong with this. It's really, really delicious. And see that? Still keeps that nice green color even with the tomato added. Let me give it a little taste here. Just loosens it up enough that you can mix it in well. And if I make extra of this, I just leave it in the fridge, and then it'll keep for like, you know, 2 days, 2 or 3 days, and you can use it for something else. I've made this numerous of times. That's very good. So, done. The sauce is done. It's got 1 bunch of basil, to 1/2 cup of soaked nuts, to 4 cloves of garlic, 1 tomato, a little salt, pepper, and 1/2 juice from 1/2 a lemon. And voila, food processor, our pesto is done. Now on to the assembling the pasta. Save some time. I did this with a spiraler. And sometimes I see people, they peel the zucchini so that you don't have the green, in this case the yellow on there, and it looks kind of white, more like pasta noodles. You can, but it doesn't bother me that it's yellow or green. But anyways, I just did this in this spiral, and you get this spiraler on Amazon. They're like $30, $40, and it's a really good investment because you do some really cool stuff with it. So in my pasta, I'm gonna add this is stuff I picked up at the farmer's market. Just some sweet corn. I love corn. Put that in there. Some more diced tomatoes. Just make it nice and fresh. Put all the tomatoes in there. Probably put all the corn. And, oh, I just wanted to show this. I got these at the farmer's market. Look at this. I got yellow zucchini. Look at these little patty pan squash. Look at this tiny little squash. So cute. I was going to take some of the little green patty pan, the zucchini, and put that in just for a little color. And then Jen doesn't like olives, so I'm just going to chop up some olives and put some in mine. But you can use any kind of combination you want. I've done it where I did some lemon zest and lemon juice and some olives and capers and red bell pepper, and kind of did like a Mediterranean type pasta. That's really delicious. I like that one a lot. Let's see, I'll just do some little slices here, a little color, and have a little zucchini in there. But you can really do anything. I put mushrooms in it. I mean, any vegetable will work. Some asparagus you can put in there. Just pick something that you like, but you know, once you have the noodles and you have the sauce, it's going to taste really nice, and it's going to look beautiful too. And it's very satisfying, kind of rich, and it's definitely a little treat. So anyways, I've got that, and I don't want to keep this video too much longer, but I'm going to toss this in the sauce here. Alright, probably going to use half of it, because this is a bit of a smaller portion. I'm going to use my hands here. Hands are the best tools. Do not be afraid to use your hands. Just kind of work it in there. Another sauce that I like to do is just, if you really wanted to keep this nice and light, is you could totally leave out the nuts, the soaked nuts. And sometimes I just make a nice sauce, just like a tomato basil sauce, a fresh tomato basil sauce. Just put some garlic, tomatoes, and basil, and puree it up. And voila, you got a really delicious, fat-free, super easy sauce. And if you're really in a bind and you wanted to make this, you could use spinach instead of the basil, or 50-50. And it won't give you that basil flavor, but it'll look just like pesto. So you'll definitely be able to make a sauce out of it. Alright, that's that. get a bowl here and show you how to plate it up. So this is it. Some this pasta on there. Look at that. Beautiful. I can hear Mackenzie. She's in the bathtub right now. I hope you don't hear her screaming on the she's dying to come out, but she wants me. I'll finish this up and go get her. So you got the pasta there, and put this pretty basil leaf on there, and this is gonna be mine. So where are my olives here? I think the olives look nice. You get that color contrast. You got yellow and green and red and black. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Mother's Day pasta or gourmet pasta. Just special little treat. Doesn't really take much time. As you see, it just took me 10 minutes to put this whole entire thing together. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed this. It comes in really handy to have this in your back pocket, the sauce, for instance, because you know, it's quick and easy, and like I said, it's good for if company comes over. You can entertain with it. Quite nice. So subscribe to these videos, leave me a comment, and I will talk to you soon. Eat happy foods. Happy Mother's Day.